Fossil Pokémon, a mystery of their own. Pokémon from a lost era and now brought back through science. You know the 11 fossil Pokémon we have, but what is to come? Every generation, except for Generation 2, new fossils have been introduced into the game. This has almost become a staple of the Pokémon games themselves. And I am sure Pokémon Sun and Moon will introduce at least one new fossil to the mix. What will that be? I do not know. But I do know what I would love to see added to the game. And this is my top 8 prehistoric creatures I would love to see added to the Pokemon world. Number 8. The Ankylosaurus. This armored, hammer-tailed dinosaur would make a perfect Pokemon. It just has that cartoon feel to it that would easily translate into being a Pokemon. Now, like all fossils, it will consist of the rock typing, but since it's both armored and has a hammered tail, I could see the Ankylosaurus being a rock and steel. A very bulky, high-damage Pokemon. Number 7. This is the Dilophosaurus. Now, you may know this badass from Jurassic Park movies, but the movies got it all wrong. They did not have frills, they didn't spit venom. They actually looked more like this. But to hell with all that. The venom-spitting dinosaur is too badass to pass up on. The colorful look of the pop culture version would translate so well to a Pokemon, and it's obvious that it would be a rock and poison type. Number 6. Swimming into number 6 is the grandfather of all sharks, the Megalodon. Not only was it one of the largest, if not the largest sea predators of its time, it's one of the few ancient creatures that could still be alive to this day down in our oceans. Something this big and fearsome would not only be a good Pokemon, it's a crime it isn't already. The only shark we have is Sharkpedo, and I think it's time we give him some competition. This would obviously be rock and water. Number 5. This is honestly one of the coolest things on this list, and one of my favorite prehistoric creatures. This is the Arthropleura, the ancestor of the giant millipede. This insect would grow almost 9 feet long, and due to its size and the time it was alive, it had nearly no predators. This bug screams Pokemon. It has the look and feel of one already, and it would be a great rock bug typing. Number 4. An obvious animal to be on this list, the Saber-Toothed Tiger. A master hunter and a favorite amongst people. Now, we actually do have a Saber-Toothed Pokemon with Raikou, but we don't have it as a fossil Pokemon. And this is needed and would most likely be a rock-ice typing since, it's from the Ice Age period and all. Number 3. This was a suggestion from a friend and I had to include it. The Stegosaurus. One of the classic go-to dinosaurs. Since this is such a commonly known one, I won't go too much into the background and go right into its typing. When thinking of this, there were 2 typings that I kept bouncing between. Rock and grass would be visually interesting, having the plates on its back being giant leaves, and the tail spikes being like roots. But then the idea of it being a rock and fire type came to mind, having a flaming, swinging tail and bursts of fire spouting from its back as the plates just seemed like a design for a great Pokemon. Number 2. This red beast is the Connosaurus. It was one of the ancient predators down in South Africa. Despite its large size, it was very fast. This devil-like dinosaur can easily make a terrifying Pokemon for battle, and with its devil-like look, it makes me think typing dark and rock would be perfect for it. Number 1. The final ancient animal I want to see be made into a Pokemon would be this old giant. This is the Gigantopithecus, the largest ape to ever exist, and like the Megalodon, he may still be roaming the jungles far from the human eyes. If this was to be made into a Pokemon, I would want it to be like Aerodactyl and not have an evolution. Just be this right out of the gate. Being such an imposing force, I would give this the typing of rock and fighting. Fighting just fits something like the Gigantopithecus. And not only would I love to see a giant ape Pokemon, I would love to see the rock fighting typing. So that was my top 8 prehistoric creatures I want to see be made into Pokemon. What did you all think? What would you like to see be made into a fossil Pokemon? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, before I wrap this video up, I wanted to take a minute and thank each and every one of you for subscribing. This time last week, I had 4 subs, and I am up to 11 now. That is awesome, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Seeing that just makes me want to make even more content for all of you. I never expected to grow and it would just be my friends watching. But it makes me feel so good inside knowing that I'm reaching more than just 3 people. Again, thank you all for subscribing. Like and share the video and follow me on Twitter for updates on anything and everything Pokemon. This has been Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching.